God dang it.
With that, welcome everybody to another episode of Fallen. We're once again joined by our lovely cast. Nox, who is played by Buddy, Karma, who is played by Skylar, Sirius, who's played by Ivan, Finakra, who's played by Zami, Dipper, who is played by Anakin, and Uhtred, who's played by Jake. And actually, before I get going, please like and subscribe. I actually remembered to do that this time. So if you wouldn't mind supporting the channel, giving us a thumbs up, giving us a subscribe, we super appreciate it. With that said, welcome back everybody to another game. Last we left off, actually, would everyone throw me a d20 on the map?
What's this extra destiny points? Oh, damn. I got a 19.
I used destiny points on this roll.
You cannot.
15.
Gotta use destiny points to get a crit 1.
You got a destiny point to get a destiny point. Oh, Nox, you got a nat 1.
Nah, I think it's a 18 actually.
Whoever rolls the worst has to.
That tracks with me.
Whoever rolls the worst, you have to give us a recap of last session.
All right.
Who got the nat 1?
It's Nox. Oh, Sirius almost came in to steal it again.
That was just me messing with the die.
I have a very bad memory. I'm sorry.
I will start you off. You guys started in the crypt.
Okay, yes. So we started in the crypt, and then I.
And if everybody wants to give him some help.
and then
At this
We
point, I
found
was
the
still
treasure.
sitting outside.
yeah, we found it. Yeah, okay, so we did the puzzle, which the genius Nox with his +1 int solved, and we found the treasure, and then we went upstairs because Uhtred couldn't run straight into the only trap in the room.
Hey, this is.
And then we
It's a
lost
skill.
the treasure probably because the prince almost certainly got down there. But Nox is definitely gonna double check first chance he gets. And then we went up. I was snooty to the king or to the prince guy, and then he threatened me or something. And then what is it, Nox or Uhtred got treated, and then we went back to the to Ella's tavern.
Which is your establishment.
Yes. And then we talked and everyone got their room. And that's about it, I think.
Does anybody have anything else to add to that?
One question on my part.
Yes.
Did I just magically phase out of existence?
You actually,
Beginning of
so
the session, what
if you guys remember at the beginning of the session, I believe it was Vex, Sirius, Felix, Dawn all went up and immediately left to bring Dawn to go get her help because she's freaking out. And they might have been worried that there were other verm around the castle was what Vex's worry was.
So they send the mudblood.
Well, you were a cadet.
I know.
And then I kind
This
of
is fun.
got called into something else, I'm assuming?
Well, we kind of, in my head canon, after you went upstairs, Sirius, you guys searched around the castle looking for verm, and when you guys didn't find anything, you and Felix took Dawn to go get some medical treatment. So you guys took her over to the medical ward, and then after that you returned to the castle and met with your parents, and then after that we can say that you guys conferred about the meeting that your parents had, well, your dad and your stepmom had with Lady and Lord Redguard. Lady and Lord Redguard. Cool. So, with that, sorry, I had a piece of pie in front of me. So with that, okay. We'll say. So I actually talked with Jake and, Uhtred and Karma. So when we last left off, you guys were basically wrapping up that day. There were 3 days between then and the Festival of Sacrifice. Okay? So you guys, these 2 days in between, because we're going to skip over 2 days, if you guys would like to, in order, kind of tell me what you wanted to do maybe in those 2 days, and we can kind of incorporate that in. If you just wanted to rest up, eat food, like go see some sights around the town, that's excellent as well. And actually, I'll start with Finocchio and Dipper. Was there anything you guys wanted to do around the town? Well, actually, here, you know what, just for the sake of simplicity, let's say that everyone got to the castle, or got to the Ellis Tavern, and a lot of you guys have been on the road for a while. Some of you guys went off and did a couple things, but you guys kind of just took these days to kind of rest up, recuperate, enjoy food. You might have gone out to the city a little bit, but not very much, and you guys are kind of getting restless this kind of third day, because you guys can kind of see that over time, over these past couple days, the amount of people in the city has almost come to this critical mass. The city is overflowing with people, as you guys know that the Festival of Sacrifice is going to be happening tomorrow. So you guys kind of wake up early, the next, like the day before the Festival of Sacrifice. If everyone wants to take themselves back to their rooms, I can drag you guys up. Let me put you guys back in your rooms. So I believe, Jake, you were on the top.
Mm-hmm.
And drag you up there. So Jake was up here.
The penthouse. Look at me now.
Look at him now. And then... Ooh, I gotta drag this down.
Whichever one doesn't have someone in it will be my room, I guess.
Yes. Let me double click
It's still on the ground.
I'm learning. Hold on. I'm trying to drag. Oh, I see. Oh, I can just do that. Hey, that's nifty. I didn't know that. The DM is learning things as he goes. So, Uhtred, Jake, tell me if this deletes your character down there. It should. Bam. Bam.
Yes.
It did. Okay, that's really cool.
I'm up here.
Okay, then I can do everybody else really quick. So I think Buddy already moved himself upstairs. He was adventurous. So then, let me see here. I believe Karma goes in... Actually, no. You guys are one floor below. Yeah, so then Finocchio goes in here. Dipper goes in here. Sirius, I'm going to leave you outside. Karma, I'm going to put you in here. You, Nox, you can say, you could take whatever you want. It's your house.
I was gonna take the penthouse, but unfortunately Randy gave it to him.
It's kind of small, though. It's not really the nicest room.
Well, yeah, I don't need the nicest room. I need money.
There's one across from
That's
me,
true.
so...
You could. I could slap a door on that other one if you want.
Sure, let's do that. There's another two up there.
Let me copy this door here and put one over here.
Randy.
There we go. And then let's copy a bed. Yeah, so you take the worst room for yourself because you just want money.
Do you want to put it at the top? I guess you can't really put it at the top of the stairs.
Yeah, I can't put it at the top of the stairs, but here, that should suffice for you now. You want me to move you there?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll move you there.
Is this as close to the wall as it goes?
The bed?
How do I
can
open a door?
There we go. That's good.
You right click on it, Jake.
I am, but it's keeping me shut in here.
You right
I'm
click
locked
and
in
open
narrator.
You have to
That's
right
what
click
I did,
and hit
but
open.
I couldn't.
Did you hit open?
I right clicked it and it won't let me do it from the inside.
Right click on it and hit. Try it again.
Yeah, it's not letting me do anything.
Let me delete
to the door.
I will just open your door for you.
There you go.
Okay. Is everybody where they're supposed to be?
Yes.
Okay. Who wants to do what?
I want to go talk with Dipper and Finocchio and tell them about my visit to the castle.
Okay.
I'll probably just walk downstairs.
I will also walk downstairs. Actually, probably makes more sense for me to be up already.
Do you want me to move you down to the first floor?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay. And by the way, guys, the really handy tool to move yourself around. Actually, I don't know if you guys can drag yourselves there, places I can, but
We can do the alt click thing, right?
The shift click.
Shift click, yeah, that's fine.
So Nox, we're gonna say it's about we'll say it's about 7, or let's say about 8 in the morning. You have a couple people who are waking up, various travelers and stuff who have the other rooms in the tavern, and they're kind of just milling around. Lots of them are leaving for the day, going out to do things. Yeah. Who wants to go first?
Yep.
I can go first. So I will knock on their door. Knock, knock.
You guys, Dipper and Finacro, you hear a subtle tap on your door.
Dipper, what time in the morning is it?
You kind of look outside. It's around 8 o'clock in the morning. You kind of roll out of bed, and the sunlight kind of reaches into the room, kind of hitting your retina, and you hear a slight tap at the door. Maybe this time a little bit more fast.
Dipper's totally still asleep.
Yeah, Finacrio has this internal alarm clock that you guys should know about, where he gets up exactly at 5 o'clock every single day. Even if he goes to bed at 4:30 a.m. the previous night, if he will get up half an hour earlier and he won't be able to go back to sleep. So he's wide awake. So he goes over to the door and he opens it and sees Karma. Hello, Karma. How are you? How was your sleep?
I am great, and I have excellent news.
Well, what's the good news?
I have found the person from my mission. I talked with the king yesterday, as you know, and he has given me my first mission.
Oh, that's fantastic. Do you mind telling us, or would you rather keep it private?
I do not mind at all. Actually, I also have to tell both of you. The king says that I must now be called Karma's Hand and not tell anybody my last name. I'm also not supposed to go back to the castle.
Dipper hears the talking, and he finally he wakes up, and as he wakes up and stretches his arms, he converts back into his human form, and then he gets out of bed.
You probably you couldn't hold it all night because it's an hour roll. So if you would probably actually right now be in your human form. You could go to sleep if you wanted to transform before you went to bed, but if you woke up, the hour would have passed. You would have actually been in your human form.
As you guys are talking, you're going to hear me come down the stairs.
Dipper, you kind of hear as footsteps, and the door's open right now, and I'm assuming, Dipper, you don't sleep in your mask, so you kind of maybe feel a little bit of a fright as, the door's open, your face is revealed.
Dipper jumps behind the door, and he's actually going to try to... If he was in human form when he woke up, he's going to try to switch to his cat form right now.
Okay. So, let me
I'm going to try and shut the door.
Let me pull this up. So I actually do on Polycraft have the CL of what transforming would be. And is this a transform? And actually, so what I'm kind of do... a transformation is level 2. So it's a CL2 roll. So that means of your mana pool right now, it's going to take away 2. So you'll have 5 left for the day. And when you transform, you can choose one characteristic to add. So for you, you could choose Thick and Hide, Beast Speed, Climbing Claws, Fin or Webbing, Beast Balance, Padded Feet or Camouflage, and then Beast Sense. And you can kind of assume what stat those would raise.
Just whatever would make me stealthier.
So that's Padded Feet or Camouflage.
I'm gonna go with Padded Feet.
Okay. So as you kind of did you make your roll and did you succeed?
Yeah, I did.
Cool. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, you're pretty easily you kind of startled as you hear somebody approaching, and you just kind of shift. And I haven't emphasized this enough maybe in the past, but shifting is kind of this kind of gruesome process as your bones in your hands and in your face kind of stretch and elongate to make this new form. And for you two in here, you guys have seen Dipper do this many times, but if somebody else was watching, you would see this kind of grotesque as the bones in your hands and in your face shift and break and you're cracking as hair like grows quickly from your skin, and you shift into your form.
Question, narrator.
What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so my question is, so would my character even be upset at that though? Because like I saw Randy do it a lot.
You saw Randy do it, but you guys were never actually like you guys. I think the only time he did it was actually in like combat when you guys were in the crypt.
Mhm.
You guys would know, and maybe in Leodelphia and Chorus, it's not as big as a deal if people walk around in their form. In Redwall and Angland and stuff, it is considered quite taboo. It's kind of seen as tacky and disgusting.
Well, I'm just gonna walk in here and kind of just like make sure my foot's not even more fucked up than it is. So
You're going into the
I
bathroom.
think
here?
it's a problem with, well, just kind of like the washroom, I guess.
Let me
And
see if I can fix your token, Jake.
I think there's something.
Dipper,
Oh, got it.
whenever he hears the footsteps go past his door and he successfully transforms, he gives a sigh of relief.
So Jake, Uhtred, you move into the bathroom, and you kind of approach one of these basins. Usually in the morning, Nox kind of instructs Randy to make sure that the bathhouse has a fresh supply of hot water, and you can see steaming water in here. It kind of smells like wet bear, but you're in this kind of washroom, and there's these two tubs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like get ready for the day.
Okay, you kind of splash your face, you check on your foot. You can see this massive scar of this massive scar tissue on your foot where it drove through your foot. It's still sore. You still actually have a minor injury. Okay.
Okay, that's what I figured.
It's only been 3 days, but you're starting to feel better than the day before. By tomorrow, you think you might actually be able to put a lot more weight on it, but it's still.
Did my boy follow through with boots?
So yeah, the other day when you asked, you and Karma had your little thing, and you guys went out. Nob had brought you your things, and we can actually talk. We can say that the things he brought you. What did he bring you? He didn't bring you. What did you have at the guards barrack?
Okay, so I actually went through on my own and kind of fixed my what I have as just a thing. So, what I would have had like a jacket. I would have had a small rucksack, and that's then I would have had. That's really it.
Would you have had the diary still?
No. You see what I put that dash there for?
Oh right. Not a water skin.
I figured that was on my person. I just forgot to edit it and delete it.
Okay, add that to inventory and equipment. You need to have what you have with you on you right now. I want you to add that to inventory and equipment. Okay, and then everything else.
There.
So this other stuff below it here in the parentheses, is this everything else that was brought to you?
Yes.
Okay, cloths? What are cloths?
That was a mistype. I can't type on my computer because I don't have my glasses, so it's really hard.
Okay.
To see.
So everything here is this, because it seems like you have extra weapons then. I just need you to make sure that whatever you have here isn't already in your inventory, okay? So
yeah, I gotcha.
So make sure if there's something there that you have on you, get rid of it from that parentheses. That shouldn't be there. And if it's something you no longer possess, like the diary, you can just get rid of that completely because you don't have that in your inventory anymore. Though you do know where it is.
Yeah, that's why I kept it on there, is because I knew where it was.
Sounds good.
But I fixed that, so I didn't have much there. Just kind of like, I guess, the extra jacket, probably an extra, uniform. And so did he actually acquire me new boots?
He did not.
Damn it.
You would know that as a cadet, like you were technically issued boots like initially. If you were a guard, you might be able to go to I believe it's the quartermaster to requisition new supplies. But as a cadet, it appears that Nob wasn't able to get a free pair of new boots for you.
Yeah. I need to buy boots.
And actually, real quickly, everybody here, if you wouldn't mind, would you DM me how much money you have?
Everyone?
Everyone.
Okay.
We reworked how money worked, right?
We did. So, and if you haven't talked with me about it yet, then maybe we should talk about it now. So I got Uhtred. And if you have 0, then just send me 0.
What about me?
Okay. I got you, Anakin. For you, and actually, so this was a question, buddy.
Yeah.
Karma would have asked a couple days ago, actually the day after she arrived, if she could actually work at your tavern and actually be a waitress.
Yeah, I think we
and
talked
slash
about
bartender.
this.
And you accepted, I'm assuming?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Damn, Randy's place is getting usurped.
Okay,
Nah, I
so
just need more people that won't drink me under.
essentially,
Well, Randy shouldn't anymore because it'll
Yeah,
make you
that's
explode.
so essentially, you guys kind of came to this arrangement, and so Karma, we can say in a day. Let me look it up here.
I expect great tips.
We'll say, actually, let's have you roll for it.
Okay.
So would
What
you
do you want me to
mind?
roll?
Would you mind rolling me a d20? This is a destiny roll. A 1 is a critical failure. A 20 is a critical success. And the lower or higher, the better. So if you roll these dice here, and if you rolled your dice, and okay, so you have 7 bronze, which is actually pretty fair. That's not a bad amount of money to be made in this amount of time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Corbins.
My
So
token is bugging, Jack.
Here, let me fix it. We'll say that kind of based you're pretty and everything, but your accent is kind of getting in the way. You don't really understand social cues. You don't understand what a lot of words mean. And it kind of gets in
fair.
the way of your small talk. Jake, try now.
It's still being weird. I might just have to rejoin.
Possibly.
That's what I'll do.
But you
I'm just
have
gonna rejoin.
7 bronze. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are, and I'm gonna say that was made through tips, and does Nox pay you, or do you only get tips? What was your guys' arrangement?
Probably tips only. She
I don't think
would
we
know
talked
better.
about it in detail, but yeah, there'll probably be some kind of salary, but then it's gonna be mostly tips.
Yeah, like servers here, I think they get paid like what, $2.17 an hour.
We'll say you get paid. Let's yeah, it'll be like really cheap. So let's say you get paid 10 copper an hour, or let's say you get paid 10 copper a day. And so you really have to make your money from your tips. Actually, no, we'll say you make. That's unrealistic. That's like no money. Actually, no, 10 copper's fair. 10 copper's fair. Well, let me look at something. I want to see something really quick, if you guys don't mind. 1 second.
Yeah, I don't
here.
know.
D&D. I might have to actually reduce the amount of money you made, Skylar. I'm sorry. 1 second.
How dare you disrespect me in such a way?
Living styles. Living wages. Let's see living wages. Expenses. Because I should be able to convert this over. So, we'll say...
I mean, I also assume a big part of what she would be earning would be her getting to stay here.
We're gonna do modest. So actually, that's fair. So, that's actually true.
No, Flint paid for
Flint
them.
did pay for her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
So, if you
But if
were...
you want to pay me again, hey, I won't complain.
So, if you were staying in the inn, it would cost 1 bronze. Actually, so if you're staying in the inn, we would say that if you wanted one of the nicer rooms, that would be 4 bronze a day. If you were staying in the inn and you wanted one of those crappier rooms, then that would be 2 bronze a day. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that per day, if you're working the entire day, then from Nox would pay you 1 bronze a day. Is that fair, Nox?
Sure.
Okay. So so you have to take that. So since it's been 2 days, Nox subtract 2, Karma you gain 2, and then as for you, Nox, would you roll me a d20 as well?
Sure. 1 second.
I want to see how much in net profit you have made.
So I am at 5. I don't need to like make a second set of like a stash.
Exactly.
Versus like what I'm carrying.
Yeah, because if you get robbed right now, you're gonna get fucked. It'd be really bad if you got robbed.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, please. Sorry.
I know what Dipper wants to do today. No. Just kidding.
Yeah, my character's still being weird, and it's kind of annoying. Like, I can't pick him up.
Did you rejoin, Jake?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna delete your token.
There might be like a wall in front of your token if you have that little cut box on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that interfered with it at one point, but I don't remember.
So I deleted you. Try that now, Jake. Is your character better now?
Oh.
Alright, I'm sorry about that. Let me
It's still weird?
So, did D20 right?
Yeah, it like won't let me grab him. That's so weird. I don't know what's going on.
Player permission.
You just open the door for it. Yeah.
5. Ooh, hot rolls tonight.
So in terms of net profit, you have made, and again, this is net profit. You make most of your profit. The people staying here, you kind of break even. You make most of your money by selling drinks, and so
narrator,
yeah.
Would just the fact that the festival is tomorrow and that there's like way more people in town, would that have any effect on the profit that he's making?
Sure, that's a great point. Let's double that, as right now, Nox, you are stacked up to capacity.
Or would I feel like you let me roll with advantage?
Sure. Roll again.
Here we go. Nice. Woo,
you actually would have made more.
I would have made more if I just took the first one.
So you get 7.
Right. 7. How much?
7 bronze profit.
Bronze profit. Okay.
And again, so that is, and what that essentially kind of, if you guys want kind of a comparison, for an aristocratic person to stay one night in a really like the craziest, nicest hotel possible. That would cost 10 bronze a night. So you made actually like that's a good chunk of change.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Actually, I don't even know how much this would be relevant. What's the profit I make from the big chunk that Flint gave me? But then it's like it's not really profit. It's like the drinks are the only cost really, other than like I just clean stuff versus like I don't know.
Well, I'm
we'll
assuming but you have to account for tons of other things, right? You're accounting for, do you pay Randy at all?
No.
Probably not.
So you don't pay Randy at all. But this is like
need money for.
This is like remember, you're not just providing the room, you're providing them like the food to stay, like they're paying.
Yes,
so it's the food, it's like washing all their sheets, you have to pay for cleaning supplies to keep up the place, you have to make sure things aren't broken, make sure things are repaired. We're gonna net it out as that, okay?
Okay, just let me know whenever you decide how much of it. So it was like 125 he gave me. I don't know, we'll just figure it out.
And also, if people are interested, and the reason why I'm bringing this up, if you actually want to go shopping today, I believe over on the Discord, and for the people listening, the conversion we did in our world is that we're actually using the D&D prices of things. And again, there's haggling and stuff, but the kind of a known cost of something is that amount. In our world, 1 bronze is equal to 1 D&D gold. 1 copper in our world is equal to 1 D&D copper. And 1 gold in our world is actually, I believe, equal to 100 gold in D&D. So gold is very so we have copper, bronze, and gold, 100 copper is equal to 1 bronze, 100 bronze is equal to 1 gold. So gold is like much more rare in this world. It's not like in D&D where people are just like there's like it's almost like hyperinflation on gold. There's so much gold. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. And I was gonna say, for any of those you that were curious online, but also the players, if you go over to, I believe, in game mechanics, I gave the item list, and then I also gave the armor prices there. If you scroll up, you can see kind of the relative cost of things. Mm-hmm. And that's a kind of handy dandy tool. And again, that's the general price. Depending on which store you go to, what quality of armor, if the person wants to haggle with you, things might shift. But that's the kind of general number. So you know if you're getting like ripped off. Okay, cool. With that taken out of the way, I believe you guys inside here, do you guys want to have your conversation real quick while Uhtred was washing up? And then it looks like Uhtred's going to try to knock on the door.
Yes, but I figured we had things get in the way.
We did. So, you guys, again, the 3 of you find yourself in your room. I believe, Karma, you just mentioned that your name is now Sand, your last name, instead of Leonhardt.
Yep. Sure did. And now I'm going to tell him about my mission.
Dipper, as he's getting settled in and actually waking up, he's like, "Oh, so, what are we chatting about?"
My last name is now Sands instead of Leonhardt. The king told me use that instead.
Oh. Okay.
He also gave me my first mission.
What is it?
My mission, I told him about my date with Michael, and he said, Michael's very busy, but he told me, find the Kilroy. I have found the Kilroy. Now I just need to make him mine, because he said, may you find your Kilroy. I have found him.
Fenacro,
so are you...
Fenacro, because you love that book, right?
Yeah.
So, The Tragedy of Kilroy the Fool, Fenacro, you as somebody who, like, this is, like, your favorite book, you kind of understand that what the king was implying was, like, go find your Kilroy. It's kind of like, go find, like the person who's willing to die.
Go find your Romeo.
Go find your Romeo, go find the person who's, like, would die for you, sort of thing.
Would Dipper pick up on that?
So Dipper, I would say that you probably have heard this story before. It's a famous story on the continent, definitely much more in Redguard, but given your background, I would have assumed that maybe your parents might have read this to you when you were younger, especially pertaining to its subject matter.
Dipper just looks at Pinocchio.
Karma, I think that was a metaphor. So I don't think he wants you to look for a man named Kilroy. I think he wants you to find someone to marry.
You guys would also know that, like, Kilroy is a bad name. Like, it carries, like, it's like kind of like Hitler, but if Hitler was like this tragic person who like always dies. Like, it's not to have the name Kilroy is a bad name. It's like naming yourself like OJ, if the OJ meant like sad person who is like going to tragically die.
So it'd be OJ Adolf Hitler.
The fool.
But I have already found the Kilroy, and he has many scars, which means he has survived many battles and won them.
Oh, are you thinking about maybe something intimate with the Kilroy, or?
Come on.
I have already shown him that I am optimal for strong lineage, and I have invited him to come to see me while I work.
So, for those for a refresher, in this world, there's considered not really to be an afterlife. Your lineage lives through you. So if you die, if a part of your family is cut off and there's no more descendants, then all of the people up until that point, all of your descendants were wiped out. So your lineage, like when she speaks of lineage, like it's assumed that you're by living, you're actually like your ancestors are living through you. Continue.
Yes, I have shown him. I am
Oh.
very strong.
That doesn't sound like a very fun date.
It was not a date.
No, I think it's romantic in a way.
At this point, I'm gonna knock on the door.
You guys hear?
It's the most awkward.
You guys hear? And I'll even do this. And you hear Uhtred. What do you say?
Karma, are you in there?
Yes, I am. Well, first I'm actually
Dipper,
gonna look. Well,
Dipper,
yeah, I was gonna look for the boys to see if they wanted me to open the door.
Oh.
Dipper's fine with it, but like having not been in his pure form in front of everyone else, it is a little like awkward. He's just kind of staring at Uhtred.
Door's still closed though, so hold on. Magic missile. Man,
I assassinated Sirius. Actually, that is while we're dealing with that. Here, let me open the door. Actually, we'll deal with this first. We'll get to you, Sirius. I promise.
So I'm just gonna kind of look at Karma and then see that she's talking to all of them, and I'm gonna go, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm going out into the city pretty soon. I didn't know if you wanted to come with me. I'll have to go buy new shoes.
Oh, I would love to come with if that's okay.
So inside the room, Uhtred, you see this cat guy.
But I don't judge, but other people do. So I would say you probably don't want to go in that form.
What
do you mean?
Yeah, we don't support your lifestyle.
Dipper, you would kind of know that as you were traveling through the south of Angland, you would get strange looks if you were walking around like this. It seems some people are very okay with it. Some people think it's really disgusting and weird. But
it's kind of like being a nudist at a non-nudist beach.
How progressive is Redwall?
Why don't you go find? Well, you can ask Uhtred.
He was in the middle of asking though.
Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
So here, it's considered kind of really rude to walk around in like a second form like that. I mean, like I said, I don't care. But there's a lot of people in the city that would judge you for that. And I'm just saying, you can do what you want. Like I said, I don't care. But, you might want to change back.
Oh, all right. Just give me a second.
Okay.
It would be funny if we rolled to see if some of the characters are like super racist against people walking around in their forms. Does anybody want to take that mantle?
I mean, I already have enough racism, and I can't do it, so...
Nox, you want it? Or serious? Be like, ugh, disgusting.
What mantle?
So basically, it's considered tacky. It's almost like walking around like kind of like nude. It's kind of thought of like that, or like showing too much skin. Actually, for you, Sirius, this actually might, as a noble, this would definitely seem weird to you.
Would it be any different?
And
would
have Belford.
You did.
And he was basically transformed a decent amount of the time.
Sure, but he wasn't in his animal form. He looked just like you.
Would the fact that I'm still wearing clothes change anything about it?
Do you mean? What do you
mean? Like
the
perception on his animal form, the fact that he's still wearing clothes.
Yeah, if you're wearing clothes is fine, but if your face is a cat head,
yeah, I get that.
People are gonna treat you different.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Diver says, just give me a second, and he waits for the door to close.
And I'm just gonna kind of stand here, just kind of puzzled, but I'll walk over here and turn my back so he can go do his business.
Actually, I don't think you can transform back once you do it different. You have to wait an hour.
Are you wait?
Yeah,
really?
there's no way to actually. I'll let you make a roll to cancel it, but it's gonna take up mana to shift you back.
That's so stupid.
No, well, but it's supposed to be because, like, theoretically, like, if you make a roll to get that certain form, you used energy to take you there, it's gonna wear off. If you want to cancel it out ahead of time, then that's on you. Because also, you could think about it like this. If you make the transformation, and then, let's say, like, there was something where your transformation impedes you, actually. So let's say you made yourself, like heavier or more armored, like, a lot more armored, but then all of a sudden, like, you guys fall off a boat and you sink and you can't breathe. The fact that you have that armor is on. Like, it's on. You could try to cancel it early, but once you make the roll, you're that for an hour.
Maybe that should be the challenge level 1 thing for the polycraft.
That could be
cancel
that.
It.
That could be
or
that.
at least for the level 2 transformation.
I think that's fair.
I don't know. That just doesn't make any sense to me.
It's because not being in a form like this is not always advantageous, because then it literally has 0 side effects. Like there, and it also means that, like, there really isn't a negative, like, to do it. Like, you need to think, like, ahead of time, like, if I'm gonna transform, what things ahead of time might this impact? Now, there is one really simple solution that you are overlooking.
Which is
what? Well, wait is easy, but there's something easier that you already have with you that would take care of this.
Am I just stupid because I'm not seeing a solution?
Like, section 1.
So you have something in
covering your face, right?
Okay, so yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I may be stupid.
I may be stupid.
He puts his face covering on. He does leave his glove gauntlet things off because they don't really fit right on his cat hands, his paws.
So are you putting those in your pockets, kind of just hiding them?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Utra's gonna kind of look and guess. So
you can see as you look at Dipper. If you looked really hard, you could tell it looks weird. But with his his mask up and his hood over top, you'd have to actually, like, look right at him and actually like maybe, like, get really close to kind of notice that there's something, like, he's
since I didn't know that I wouldn't be able to just cancel it. Can I, like, cut out the whole part where I
we can do that.
Just give me a minute and close the door because
we'll cancel that out. But you could also say,
okay.
That's fine, because then it would be kind of weird. It's like, give me a minute. You come out, it's like you're in the same form, but you have the Yeah, you're good.
Well, first place I need to go is going to be a place to get some new boots, as my last pair got ruined. But after that, we can go to different places, and I think, Karma, I still owe you some bread.
I think she is grabbing her laptop charger right now.
Okay. Well, we can all go. There's a couple places. What are you guys trying to do in the city today?
Where would most of the tourists be hanging around? You know, just so I can see how booming the city is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not going to fool me with that. I know what you want to go see where the tourists are. And
hi, everybody.
No. But
come on.
Look, I understand where you're coming from, but I can't let you do that.
I quickly
as I'm pointing to my uniform. As I'm pointing to my uniform.
Dipper goes
real smooth.
Oh, wait, hey, listen. I was wanting to go see how the
That's
So you wanted to either go see the medical district or the ruined square, since the only tourists we have are for the festival, or because they have spore.
50 bronze, but since I like you,
yeah, okay.
Dipper just shuts up.
Really pretty, like big, like.
What about you,
it's a
Finocchio? Is
purple
there a
dress.
place that you want to go? Like, do you need anything?
I was gonna wait till Karma was here because I was gonna talk to her about a little something real quick. So I guess I do maybe get something more protective other than these raggedy clothes underneath. My
Well,
clothes.
I'm heading to a place to buy boots, which still have clothes too. So I've been there before.
Okay.
They got some good price stuff there. And then as this happens, I guess I'm kind of like it's not like I know what like sort of what Dipper's like shtick is, and I'm just like I can't. And in my head, I'm like I can't believe you really asked me to take him to a place to go steal stuff.
Yeah.
Dipper says, although it would be nice if we could stop by maybe a blacksmith or something. I was kind of wanting to get some maintenance done on my my weapons.
Yeah, I actually know a place. And again, in Uhtred's head, he's thinking, I'm really about to help this kid who wants to like steal stuff from people sharpen his weapons.
The daggers, they're not for they're just for strictly self-protection, I promise.
Okay. Sure. But yeah, and then Karma, there's a place that we're gonna I'm gonna get some bread. Now, you may think it's crazy that I'm about to talk up a bread place, but it does have the best bread in the city. Like, it's nothing you've ever tasted.
Karma, since she's not here right now, just kind of goes, okay, that sounds great.
That's actually pretty good.
That was
So I guess I'll just be like, meet me outside of the tavern whenever you guys are ready. So I'll just go outside of the tavern.
So you guys, does everyone just want to head downstairs, maybe?
Sure.
So let's go ahead and take care of, while that was all going on, Sirius, did you want to go into the tavern?
Yeah. Let's do that. Oh.
Okay, so as you enter into the tavern, Sirius, you see the milling about of people kind of waking up. You see behind the bar, Nox, who appears to be wiping down the counter, kind of just taking care of various little chores. You can see Randy with a mop in the corner, kind of mopping the floor. Nox, you do notice Sirius walk in, unless Sirius you're disguising yourself or something, like with a hood or something.
Probably wouldn't be.
Okay.
Unless like my father is like after the events of 2 years ago is sort of hesitant about things and safety. I'm assuming he wouldn't be.
He kind of just. You really don't have your father didn't really call on you today, so you kind of are just under the assumption that you can just do what you please today. Tomorrow, of course, you know that you'll have obligations. But today you don't have much going on.
Alright. I guess I'll give Nox a smile and say, Nox! How's it been?
Oh, you don't have the game download. I was waiting for your model to enter.
Oh, okay. I'm like sitting at the stool.
Yeah, I'll wave to him as he comes in and say, "Hey, Sirius, how's it going?"
Sirius is gonna just take a moment.
You see this person
kind of look around.
This person who's sitting beside you, Sirius, kind of turns her head, and it appears to be this woman, maybe in her 30s. She appears to be a vampire, and she kind of like looks you up and down, and she kind of like gasps, but she kind of catches herself for a second, and she's gonna stand up, and she's gonna kind of walk over and outside.
Sirius kind of looks confused at this. I guess not recognizing his status, probably. But he's just gonna turn back to him and he's gonna say, well, it's been going good. Noble training and all, since I'll be taking my father's place someday.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this place has changed quite a lot. Sirius
Thank you.
is gonna kind of lean back in his chair and just kind of look around.
Yeah, this place has changed quite a lot. When you guys first came in here, when you kind of swindled it off that guy, this place, remember, originally, the reason you guys got such a good deal was because of the spore that was present in this building, and it was basically kind of condemned, and nobody wanted to buy it off of this guy because it had just kind of it's like when a person dies in a house, it's just bad juju. But it worked out for you guys, and you guys got a great deal. And Nox has put in a considerable amount of time and money into fixing up the place and actually making it something. It's kind of become well known in the. I believe you're in Castle District.
Castle Ward.
Yeah, you're in Castle Ward. Yeah. That's right. Actually, no, I'm sorry. You're in Crimson Ward. Because it goes the Yellow Belly, the Mellows, you're in Crimson Ward. In Crimson Ward, and if you guys remember, Crimson Ward is where the people who have money live, but aren't necessarily nobles. Okay?
Merchants and all that.
Merchants, but very successful people, maybe people in mercantile trade or very successful business owners. But anyways, this place is much nicer than when you last saw it, Sirius. Randy kind of mopes around with his mop, and he kind of turns to Nox and he goes, "Am I done?"
Is it mopped? Is it done?
No.
Have you mopped the entire floor?
He kind of scratches his head. He goes, "Never mind." And he gets back to work.
Can I walk in, and because it's Randy, can we just say he left a big puddle of water somewhere and I slipped and fell?
Sure, so does everyone want to say you guys are coming downstairs at this point?
Is this
We're
serious at
were
the
we
table?
wait, we were gonna talk about something.
Okay, so
for them to just meet me there.
if Uhtred is walking ahead, then why don't real quickly we take care of what you guys are gonna talk about, and then we'll go ahead and continue this. Okay, so back up to the people on the third floor. Or second floor, I'm sorry. So Uhtred has just left. What do you guys want to discuss?
Hey, Karma, do you... I can stay behind at the tavern and just be there as backup, because you are meeting a stranger, and I know you can handle yourself, but if anything gets out of hand, it wouldn't hurt to have a helping hand.
What do you mean? What stranger?
Gilroy. I mean, like, I don't believe... Well...
He is no stranger.
Are you sure? So you feel safe around him?
Karma, how long have you known this Gilroy?
Well, yesterday we went, and because, Uhtred, he helped me solve the riddle, and him and Kilroy, they have been friends for a very long time. They know each other very well. Also, he is not the most intimidating man. He seems to be in recovering state from his many won battles.
But you're saying you've known him for a day?
Yes.
2.
Listen, Karma. And he flips his mask up because there's no one else around. He says, all that I'm gonna say is that sometimes people aren't exactly what they seem, and especially somewhere like here where, we don't necessarily know our way around. You need to be careful, because if anything happens to you, then he stops.
I appreciate your concern, and I must be completely honest. I am pretty sure he knows who I am.
Okay, so you wouldn't be in a bad situation if we left to go buy some armor and go to the blacksmith.
Well, I will actually like to go there as well, since I think I also need some armor.
Oh yeah, and Uhtred said something about owing you bread?
Yes. I did what he told me to do, and that means he said I will get bread. Also, I have great news. Finacrio, remember the treasure that we found?
I do.
I was talking to the king yesterday. I asked him about the treasure. They never found the room, so it is still there.
Whoa. Treasure?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we solved this riddle in the crypt in Castle Tearstone, and there was this room with 3 chests in a line.
What?
And yeah, and we couldn't really adventure it because Uhtred stepped on a spike trap and impaled
He
his
fell
foot.
in the hole.
So
Yeah.
you're telling me you guys found treasure and didn't tell me?
Well,
I guess
I
we kind of
am not.
forgot about that detail.
I am not allowed to go back to the castle until the Emperor goes home.
Well, we could always sneak in.
I don't know that there will be much sneaking since all the royals are there and all the royals' guards are there. Everything's very tight.
Well, we could try. I do also have to. Well, yeah, I have to give the Emperor my regards because I think doing it before the ceremony might be a bit more professional. So
Maybe
we could head towards the castle. I could give my regards, and then we could head down to the crypt. What do you think about that? And he kind of looks at Dipper.
I like the way you think, Finocchio.
and Finocchio have map. He drew it.
I do. And he opens his notebook and pulls out kind of this little. Yeah, he pulls out this little makeshift map.
Dipper starts
salivating.
He kind of yanks it from him actually, and he just starts studying it.
You do see it appears to be this map, and it looks to be almost like it's like these little like squares and then like lines drawn in these strange symbols.
Hey, Finocchio, what does all this stuff mean?
They're science walls.
That's true.
Spellcraft
are
I should never
these
said
walls
that.
you open up with fresh water. And around the crypt, you see these little, and he points towards these like unknown symbols that are also kind of attached to pillars. If we interact with these symbols in a certain order, then we open up the entrance towards this treasure.
If you go, make sure you're very careful because we did get attacked last time.
Well,
yeah, we should watch out for maybe any pressure plates on the ground or anything that can trigger any kind of mechanism.
Well, listen, this is a great idea. We can talk about this later, though. I don't want to keep Uhtred waiting.
That's right. We have bread to be eating.
Yes, bread, and Finocchio leads the cool kids down the stairs towards the tavern.
Okay, so as you guys make your way downstairs, I'm just gonna move everybody down there for simplicity's sake. I'm gonna say while you guys were having that conversation, that kind of is the same time it took for Uhtred to limp down the stairs with his hobbled foot.
Yes.
And so let me drag everybody here. Karma, Dipper, Finocchio. Where's Finocchio? F is for Finocchio.
F is for friends who do stuff together.
U is for you and me. Great
N
song.
is for no survivors.
Oh god.
So anyways, you guys all find yourself. So Sirius, you recognize as you're sitting there at the table there, and you and Nox are kind of milling about. You notice as the 3 people that you met yesterday come in. Actually, I'm sorry, Uhtred, have you walked in at this point yet?
Yeah.
So I think you guys all walk in together, right?
I guess that could have happened.
Did it not?
I don't know. I didn't think it would take me as long
Well,
as
you are
you said
walking with
to walk
crutches.
down the stairs.
I think Uhtred would have come a little before we did.
So you see Uhtred, you enter in first before they enter in then.
Yes, and I'm walking in and I see Randy mopping. And then
oh, that's
I
right, you
walk
slip.
up. Yeah, I slip and fall because Randy can't do his job.
Yeah, you walk on
slip
inside,
and fall.
and you just see as Uhtred goes and flips and slams on his back,
Fuck.
and Randy doesn't seem to pay attention, just keeps mopping, and actually, like, Randy seems to be daydreaming as he kind of begins to mop, like, your crutch that's on the ground.
Karma runs over. Uhtred, you fell again!
Randy just kind of stands there and, like, looks around and goes, huh?
Can you get the mop off of my crutch, please? Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Sirius kind of gets startled by this, I guess. But he notices that like the ground's wet and Uhtred's a little bit wet, and he's gonna try and use some hydrocraft to like pull the water off the ground and put it back into the bucket.
That is, we will say that is, and we'll say that's a common task. This is a very simple thing to do. This you can roll against this with your party trick.
Okay, and then I had a question in my DM's.
Okay, let me look at this.
Also, I think my character model glitched out and set my legs into the base, so now I'm standing at like chin height at the counter.
Okay, did you get that?
Let
me fix it. So you said your legs are stuck?
Yeah, like maybe just try respawning the model. Do you see how like the legs are set into the base of the model?
I don't think so. I think
no, they definitely work. There it goes. Yeah, now I'm the right height.
Okay, cool.
I guess it'd be more fitting if I was over here.
Yeah, it should be. Do you have the party trick or do you have it flat? I forget.
I think I have the party trick of it.
Let me look. You do have the party trick, so it'd only be those first 2 dice, and you still got it.
+1 for my attribute in it.
Oh, right, yes, you're correct. So yes, that is the correct roll. Yeah. So yeah, you're pretty easily, you guys watch as, you see, and actually, we'll say that for this, because that was a level 1, you're still moving water, that's going to take 1 off of your mana for today. But you see as basically Sirius kind of turns around and goes, oh, and he kind of extends his hands, which, do you want to do this with 2 hands or just 1 hand? Like, basically what's going to happen to Sirius's hands, I'll show you guys a picture. This happens. This is what Sirius's hands kind of morph into. Let me get a picture of this. Let me post this over in the Discord. For those of you that are on YouTube, think of it kind of, I really wish there was a way to show this in game, but think of it kind of like a, he almost grows these suction, like what you know what squid have on their sides of their heads for propulsion? He grows all these little like suction things and like holes in his hands, and you can actually, it's like kind of disgusting and grotesque as his hand kind of shifts and melds underneath his skin, revealing these openings. And you see as the water on the ground begins to move, and it kind of travels through, some of it coming to his hand and traveling back, but it's kind of pulled to his hand and pushed into the bucket.
I'm gonna kind of like try to get up as he's doing this. I'm gonna try to get myself up, so like grab a crutch and like pull myself up, I guess.
Yeah, you're able to get up on your feet.
Nox, you need to find something Randy can do that won't kill one of us.
Hey, if you got any suggestions, you go ahead and give them to me.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Randy's just standing there looking blankly at you guys.
Does he react to the water magically moving into the bucket?
No.
Alright.
Hey Randy.
Huh?
If you leave big puddles of water on the ground, it'll make you explode too.
He kind of scratches his head and then he's like, oh, that's not good.
Yeah, don't do that next time.
He kind of scratches his head. And he's gonna kind of like walk back over to over here where there's another big puddle and begin sopping it up.
I'm gonna turn around and kind of like extend my hand to Sirius. We go. I didn't expect to see you here. I thought you'd be busy at the castle doing noble stuff.
Sirius kind of returns a handshake. Basically says, "Well, there wasn't much going on today. My father had a few things to prepare for the festival, but I had an opportunity to slip away."
Well, we're all gonna head on into the city. As you can see from my foot, I don't have a boot. I kind of need some boots, so...
What happened there?
Randy's gonna pass by real quick. He's gonna grab one of the drinks off the table, look at it, look towards Nox, and then bring it over to this person at the table.
I'm gonna look at Sirius and go, well, see, when we were in the crypt after you guys left, there was a trap. And I may or may not have fallen in a hole full of spikes.
That's certainly not a good thing.
Not to worry, I pulled him out of the hole.
This is true.
Sirius
Karma did pull me out of the hole.
Seems familiar to another moment, but I can't quite put my finger on it. Kind of scratched the head of it. Well,
I hear the Uttered fall many times.
I have not fallen many times.
You say yesterday you fall many times. And you failed just now today.
Oh, but that wasn't my fault. Okay?
Neither is falling in a hole of spike pits, but you do anyways.
Okay, Karma, you're not wrong. That is fair.
Karma nods.
Look at Sirius and go, so we were planning on heading out to the city to get a couple things. Nox, you coming too?
Yeah, I've been meaning to pick up a set of armor, actually.
Yeah, we were meaning to stop by Asher's Arms. A couple of them... Well, I need to find boots. I really don't want this getting any worse than it is. But, yeah, we were planning on also getting some bread, too.
Sure. Yeah, I'll definitely come along then.
Well, you guys ready? I'm gonna look at the three new people, Karma, Finacrio, and Dipper, and kind of ask if they're ready.
We are ready for bread.
I think the bread is the easiest to go second, but it will be soon.
I'm ready as well.
Nox is gonna quickly walk to the back room.
Lock the ale up.
He's gonna slip his short bow underneath his cloak and then lock the ale up.
Okay, so you lock the ale up pretty easily.
Do I have to roll to lock the ale up?
No.
I don't think that there is any lock that is Randy proof.
Fair.
Well, the Randy problem's been dealt with. It's the other people I'm worried about now.
Gotta get one of those, like, bear trash cans or something.
That's the first time I've locked it, because I haven't bothered before. All it'll result in is a broken door.
True.
Wait, so just, is Randy, like, in human form, or...?
He's in human form.
Yeah. It was just, we use the bear to represent him.
Yeah, I figured.
Here, I'm going to... So, you guys are going to the store first, you said?
I think so. I would really like a new pair of boots, unless anyone, like, has any place else first. But I think, if I remember the map, this is closer to us.
You're closer to, I believe... Let me double check here, but I'm pretty sure you guys are closer to Guildsport. Hold on, let me check here. So if I go under not game mechanics, player resources, go to the map. You guys right now are in Crimson Ward. You're going to Guildsport. Do you know where you're getting your clothes, Jake? Do you remember? I remember.
I would just go. I don't remember the name, but it was the place where we got the clothes last time.
If anybody can remember the name, I would be impressed. I didn't remember it. I actually looked up the video to find the name.
Alright, I've got it. Are you ready?
Oh.
It's called The store.
Store.
I think it was like
Yes.
the first place we figured out that magic was the thing, right?
I think it was called something the thimble.
J.C. Penney.
No,
Golden thimble.
it was called.
It wasn't the crimson thimble.
No, it was the thread and
No.
needle. Or needle and thread,
thread
needle
and
and
needle.
thread, needle and
That's my
thread,
second
needle and
guess.
thread. But here, I will go ahead. Let me see real quick if I can find a map to represent that real fast. But if not, then we can just RP it. But it'll be cooler if I actually had something here. Let's do a little. Let's just do a merchant shop. Shop. So we're gonna. This video here. We're stress testing a little bit to see how easy it is if they just go off and do something that they're really not supposed to. How easily I can adapt to it. So hold on here. Give me
Boat boys.
1 second. I think this will do. Modular shop. Ooh. I think this will be kind of what I want.
Last time it happened, we drifted a boat. Are we drifting a store now?
Aim for the bushes.
Oh, dude, we should do that.
Drift a store or drift a boat.
The whole campaign is just gonna be you guys just trying to find more stuff to drift.
Can you drift a cart?
Ooh.
Welcome to Factor Cap, where we try things out.
Can you become so powerful that you can drift the planet?
We're always drifting the planet. Puts on sunglasses.
One can always try.
Let me see here. I want to find.
You can do anything with family.
Customs and trade office. This is what I want. This is good. Okay. Beautiful. This is exactly what I want. So then I copy the code, and then if you guys just look outside, I'll just copy paste this in. Bam.
Whoa! This building just spawned across the street.
Bam.
Let's drift it.
drift the building. Let me actually make sure. I don't know what's inside.
Down.
A whole lot of nothing in there, apparently.
Hold on. Well, here we can use.
They're all sold out. They're all sold out.
I can quickly change that. So let's add some containers. Let's add some boxes here. Let's add some open stuff. Let's go ahead and add some clothing, crafting, fences, food, drinks. Let's add some shelves here where things are being stored. And actually what I'll do here, I believe it's all, I'll make almost like little rows of clothes in here. There we go. And you guys can shop. And then I will grab, yeah, we'll do this. Do it this way.
Wait, are y'all seeing stuff in here? Or are you spawning
I'm
stuff?
adding stuff.
Spawning stuff in a building.
Yes.
Oh, down here.
I will, if you guys want to teleport over to this tile, if you guys can manage that. If not, I'll drag you guys when I'm done.
I will be right
It's
back.
a lot of work, but I will do my best. Where's the entrance
think it's
at that you want us
closed.
to go to?
I think
It
it's
should be the
here.
gate. Yeah. And then let's do containers.
There's a second floor.
Let's add some more things here.
The buildings are all connected. That's cool.
Yeah, there's some cool stuff. So then,
While this is going on, I'm going to use the restroom real quick.
okay, yeah, let me. But this is like actually pretty easy to get this done. I actually need to make like a little.
So this is the clothes store?
This is called the thread and needle.
I thought it was the needle and the thread.
The needle and the thread. My bad. I meant to make that mistake.
Their biggest competitor is a separate store called the Thread and the Needle.
Exactly. There's a brutal rivalry between the two. And actually here we can flip this around. Bam, bam, bam. And I'm doing my best to represent clothes, but some of this stuff is not clothes, but that's okay. We'll make it work.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. Well, it's not bad.
Theater
actually,
of
this is
the
better.
lame.
Ooh, I found some better. I found
There's
mannequins.
stealing clothes in this corner.
I found mannequins. It's armor mannequins, but we can pretend they are clothed mannequins.
Nice.
Nice. Is there anything else I can add really quick that'll look grim? Ooh, I can add a torture chamber. That'll spice things up, for sure. Add some traps.
I mean, I guess this is kind of like a Walmart of stores, maybe?
Add some traps into the store.
Yeah.
No, please.
Add a spike trap that looks a little off from the rest of the ground.
Exactly.
Hey, it's not dark in here. I'd be able to see it.
Good.
Hey, it's not dark. I'll be able to see it.
Signs. Yeah, let's add some.
And then just get rid of the lights. Perfect trap.
And for some strange reason, the entire store has blackout curtains.
Oh, I feel like we went to some place that wasn't a clothing store. And I'm a little afraid.
Terrified. Okay, it should be miscellaneous interior. That should just about. Are these just weapons hanging on a rack? Or are those. What is that? Oh, there's like dead fish. Oh, no, we don't want that. Let me add a couple lights and then we're good to go. Bam. Add some ambiance. Look how nifty that was. That wasn't too bad. Bam, 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 bam. This place is definitely not up to code.
There's no saw traps or spike traps.
Yes, sir. You need a mandatory of 2 spike traps per mudblood in the capital in the city. For every for every mudblood, you need a spike trap.
It's called thinning the herd, my friend.
And then I'll add a couple of these guys around. Give it some
I guess only
ambiance.
3 people followed to the store.
I will add the rest of you guys. Everyone else is just lazy. But there we go. And I'll add un momento, last thing, I'm going to add like a checkout counter. And then we should be good to go.
No, everything is free if you just refuse to pay. You know what's really sad, though? If we had developed the money system a little earlier in the game, I would have had so much more money.
Hello?
True, but you did you did
Hello,
choose
am
to
I
be
here?
broke. Yes, you are here. Let me drag you over. So,
It's saying I left the game.
so Uhtred is there. Sirius is there. Okay, so then I need Karma.
I need to
I
go to
need
here.
Dipper.
It's
is
saying
there.
I left the game. I don't see the
Yeah,
little
it's saying
character.
I disconnected too.
Finacrio.
Let me come back.
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
I'm just dragging everybody. I'm talking to myself.
I'm rejoining because it said I left the game. So
Yeah, me too.
Man, this is a very barren. The
Not bad.
grass out here is
Yeah.
very barren. And I will delete this stuff out here. It doesn't make sense they have pumpkins outside.
Why not? Maybe it's like a
Yeah, there's a
Walmart.
pumpkin patch nearby.
This is about clothes.
Their
Maybe it's
pet.
fantasy Halloween.
It's fantasy
Yeah.
Halloween.
Dipper dressed up as a cat.
Anyways, you guys enter through the gates, and ahead of you guys see a sign on the wall that
I'm
says
gonna try to read it.
says the thread and needle, or needle and thread.
It does say that.
Needle and thread.
Yeah.
It does in fact say this.
It has thread and needle sparked through and says needle and thread.
It's written in invisible ink.
But yeah,
Wow.
you guys are.
I would like to open the thing.
That's needle and
Permission,
thread
apparently.
in the language of this, whatever this
Hold on. So, is this a nun? As you guys walk in, you hear a bell ring. Actually, this lady is not kind of what's her name looked like. Who kind of looks like her. We will use her. Man, she does not look good. So as you guys enter inside,
Whoops.
as you guys enter inside, you see Uhtred, you actually recognize a woman. Do you remember her name?
I don't, but I know my character probably would. I just don't remember it.
If
It
your
was a
character,
while ago.
did you write it down?
No, but it was also like 7 months ago. I had a different computer at that point.
You
So
met
you
her.
can't fault me for that.
You met her. Well, you could have written down on your character sheet. You're wrong. And that's on the cloud. But if your character only met her once, I'm gonna say that you might not have remembered her name. So I think actually, Sirius, did you come in here too when they bought clothes?
Yeah.
Nox, I know you did.
Yeah.
You guys all turn. I will say because Nox and Sirius, you guys both have intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember this lady's name. Her name is Beatrice. Her picture here is not representative of what she actually looks like. She's actually a very pretty woman. She appears to be a vampire. She's got long black hair and these really striking violet eyes. And as you guys kind of walk in, the bell kind of rings, and she appears to be kind of leaning over the counter here, apparently folding clothes, and reading a textbook at the same time. And as you guys come in and it rings, she kind of turns around and goes, "Oh, hello there. Oh," and she like recognizes you guys, at least the ones of you. So I think she would recognize Nox, Sirius, and Uhtred. And she go, "I'm sorry. Do I know you from somewhere? You seem familiar."
I mean, it's been years, but the other two have been here before.
Oh, I remember you.
Yeah,
and she kind of
like this. Sirius kind of shows his cloak, which is now like the official one. Like,
yeah. She kind of looks. She goes, "Oh, my lord. Welcome to the Needle and Thread. My name is Beatrice. Can I help you all with anything? Are you looking for anything in particular?"
I need some new boots.
Boots? Well, we have those. Those are down on the aisle over there. I can take you over there if you'd like. Are any of the rest of you here for anything?
Is this a place that would sell armor?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to ask.
I see.
Not character.
Not really. This is a clothing store.
Then, yeah.
If you wanted an armor store, Asher's arms, while they're not an armorer, they do carry other people's. Because Asher's not an armorer, but she does carry other people's works. So if you went there, you could actually procure some stuff.
Alright.
Karma's gonna turn to her and be like, "Yes, I have important question. There is man that will be coming to see me, and I would like to look nice."
Oh, well. And she kind of like takes Karma by the arm and goes, "What are you thinking? More of a seductive look, or? I mean."
Well, he is already aware that.
Sorry,
Here you go.
I was just gonna look at Karma and just shake my head, like locking eyes with her, like, "No, you don't want that."
He is already aware that I am optimal for strong lineage, but you know, he's still.
Is confused.
Yeah, Sears is like, "What the fuck?"
He still seems somewhat unconvinced.
Well, right over this way, I can show you some of maybe our finer garments that kind of show more of your status and your refinement.
I see. Excellent. Yes.
She takes you over this way, and she shows you in Redwall it's kind of a Victorian-esque kind of look. And so she shows you these like white button-up shirts, but with these frills everywhere. She also shows you these like sharp red jackets that are made of leather. A lot of these you can tell they're kind of like emulations of what what nobility wear, and you kind of recognize that because Vex actually has a jacket that looks very similar to these, or at least these are trying to imitate it. So it seems like the fashion designers and stuff, they emulate what the royals wear, and then they kind of try to sell it to the people. She kind of points out some jackets.
That blouse is nice.
You like this, yes?
Yes, I like that they have the buttons, but I don't know that it will fit.
Well, that's true. She kind of like scratches her head. You could always, leave it a bit opener, get a bit more breeze.
I see.
She kind of nods her head.
Will I be able to try any of this on?
Of course, you can try everything over in the fitting room, which does not exist yet.
Say it's upstairs.
Why would the fit? I don't know. That makes sense.
Why are fitting
Yeah,
rooms
upstairs
anywhere?
is like behind the counter. It looks like.
Narrator.
Yes.
Other than Beatrice, are there any other like employees or anything around?
Let me get on that.
Are you really about to try to steal something?
Oh my fucking god! Can you let me live?
Is the question? No, I think Jake. I think this is your penance for last season.
Yeah, I think so.
So here's the.
A man's gotta make his living.
So here's the fitting room. I will slap a door on this sucker. We'll call it a day. And then I will get to you. Slap a door on this guy. There we go. Fitting room over there. Oh, it's like shifted over the wrong way. Oh no, I deleted it.
There's a bit of a gap there.
Have you ever heard the expression "good enough"? Oh God, It's a feature, not a flaw.
Gives it a nice breeze.
So Dipper, you notice that the only other person that really appears to be in here, behind the counter, you can see what appears to be this older gentleman. He appears to be bringing things down and setting them on this table here and marking them with price tags.
Okay, so he doesn't look like he's like particularly keeping an eye.
He'll look up occasionally at you guys, but he seems pretty involved in his work.
Hey, Finocchio.
Yeah.
You think you could do me a favor?
What?
He points to the guy. He says,
"You see that guy over there? Listen, could you just go like chat him up? You know."
Oh yeah, I just suddenly got a bunch of conversation topics and questions about the store to ask, and he kind of gives him a wink.
Perfect. Listen, save it for him, okay?
Finocchio walks up to the guard. Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Hi. I do have some questions. Where? Do you know, like, where inventory is? Like, where I could go to get, like, something I want?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, like, if I want to get a hat, because I feel like a very kind of hattish type of person, and he's not
there are
like,
hats in that aisle over there, sir.
Well, I looked at them, and
yeah, while this is going,
where's the guard?
He's not a guard. He's just a worker. But while this is going on, what do you want to do, Dipper?
Dipper's looking around like, what kind of stuff do I see on the shelves?
You see clothes, you see jackets, you see pants, you see various belts.
Any jewelry?
You do not see any jewelry. This is not a jewelry store.
I see. Do I?
You do see some nice boots.
Yes, I want boots.
What else? Anything else?
Anything you can think of in a clothing store. Capes, maybe. Scarves, though those are...
New masks?
Probably not masks in a clothing store. Maybe some handkerchiefs.
Masks in every store in our world.
What about these Christmas presents over here?
Those appear to be wrapped. They have names marked on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there appears to be all these wrapped gifts over here. You can see with like fancy writing all of them. It says like to Lord Harkin, Albert Harkin of Uskal, and there's various other names here.
I wanna look around and look for like the smaller, like heavier kinds of boxes, and I'm just gonna start quietly opening them and peeking inside of them.
Okay, so you
move over perception.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm doing it stealthily, by the way.
Okay, so you're coming over here behind this box and you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd make you roll for stealth, because you're literally in the open. We could make you roll for infiltration, which would be kind of trying to like blend in and not seem like you're doing anything.
I couldn't like sit behind the box and try to.
You definitely
hide
could.
myself?
You could definitely sit. You want to duck behind over here?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. If you wanted to walk over there, because you can jump behind and hide, but if you're gonna walk over there, you got to realize everyone's watching you right now, and you just had this conversation with Finocchio. Like everyone's, I'm assuming did you do this conversation away from Uhtred and everybody else?
Well, I mean, I was kind of like keeping it down, obviously. Like,
okay. I'll let you make
Yeah,
a
but
stealth.
Uhtred's already watching. Uhtred's watching you. So.
I mean, you know my intent, and you know that I'm not gonna.
Well,
like,
we'll say you break line of sight behind Finocchio, and you can go ahead and try to make a stealth roll to duck behind this box before Uhtred notices where you go.
Okay,
So
what do I add? What do I add for my polycraft?
It would just be a +1 to stealth.
Okay. Alright.
20 for him to roll is stealth, I think. Yeah.
To be perception versus stealth. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 versus.
I'm going to use a destiny point to turn my 3s into successes.
Okay.
Can he use destiny points against players?
He can as long as he declares it ahead of time, and he can only do it on the 3s. Remember, you can't just add more numbers. You can do it against each other only if you declare ahead of time. You can't do it after the fact. So that does count.
Which I did declare.
You did 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 versus
3.
5. Unfortunately, you do not see him go behind the box.
Fair enough. I didn't mean to roll again. I'm trying to remove them. Sorry.
You're fine.
That was a better roll, though.
Yeah, that was a much better roll.
So, anyways, I'm pretty sure,
you go.
Dipper, did you roll an extra dice?
I rolled 7.
Isn't it 3 plus stealth plus reflex? Oh, plus your polycraft, correct. So yes, you are correct. So yeah, Dipper, you were able to kind of pad it, like, softly, like, and stealthily slink behind this box, and you lose line of sight of Uhtred. Uhtred, you saw him walk over that way, and you kind of looked over there. You kind of looked to the side for a second and kind of looked back, and he's just gone.
Well, I'm tired of waiting for boots, so I'm going to ask this male how to counter where the boots are.
Okay, so you walk up, and you see Finocchio having this long conversation about hats with this guy.
I've kind of progressed to feeling like I just feel so isolated, and I just want some like good clothing items to make me feel like I belong in this society.
You see,
hey, where are your boots at?
They're over there, and he points behind you, and I will actually show you where he points. He points over. Oh, zoomed in. He points over here.
Appreciate it. And Pinocchio, stop bothering the man about clothing choices.
So as you turn around the corner, I'm gonna say based on your previous stealth roll, you're able to like hide behind the boxes right here. You're looking for, you said, a smaller, heavier box.
I'm looking for I'm looking through a bunch of the different boxes, or I mean like as many as I can with the time that I have. But he's prioritizing like smaller things that.
So these are wrapped. So are you cutting these open?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a sleight of hand check to see how quiet you are about this, and I will set.
He's using his dagger.
That's fine. That'll make it easier. Let me tell you the level here. So without the dagger, I would say that is a difficult task because you're literally ripping over things and not trying to make noise, and you're really close to this guy. But with your dagger, I'm gonna say it's specialized, level 3.
Would I be able to assist? Because I am talking.
I'm counting your assist because in reality, if he wasn't talking to you right now, he would totally notice him right there. Because there's there's no real cover there. But I'm saying I'm letting him make this roll because you're distracting him.
Would I get to add my proficiency point in daggers to this?
No, you could assist with it, but I don't know if that would really help you.
No.
So it's level 3.
Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. So.
One,
yeah,
2, 3, 4. So you're pretty easily able to kind of like quickly slit open these packages very quickly, looking inside, and you're looking for note of things that you think might be valuable. You do manage to find there's 2 packages in particular that kind of get your attention. Both of them appear to be to an Albert Harkin. You slice open one and you find what appear to be these very they're these boots, but you can tell they're a very fine leather, and they have all this beautiful embroidery on them. They appear to be just like, like riding boots, but general purpose boots, but they're kind of gorgeous with their art like artisanish, like the artisan craftsmanship that is applied to it is really something to look at. And then the other thing you find appears to be folded in one of the boxes. You see what appears to be a leather jacket. It is red, but it's this dullish red, almost brown. And this one actually as well has kind of this similar art, like you can probably discern that whoever made these boots also made this jacket. There's a very similar craftsmanship.
He honestly. So I see boots and a jacket.
That was the stuff, and you can say you saw other things. You saw maybe cloaks in there. Again, this is a clothing store.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, based off of which I don't know if I would know this or not, but like just based off of like the prices of the other boots in the store, how much do you think these would be estimated to cost?
Well, you wouldn't know what the boots in the stores cost because you haven't actually gone to look at them. Based on your general assumption and given your background, you would know that these are of very high quality. The art, like, there was a lot of attention and detail put into these, and given that on the like label it says, like, or on the two Lord Harkin, Albert Harkin, you can assume that this is made for a lord. Like, this has value.
Okay, he's going to Dipper's going to close up the box with the what was it, the jacket, and he's going to slip the boots in his bag, and he's going to put a sack of like 30 copper in the thing just to kind of give it some weight.
Okay.
And then he's going to close it back up.
Okay, add to your inventory boots and Harkin boots, Harkin jacket.
I didn't take the jacket, just the boots.
Oh, you didn't take the jacket. Okay, well then you can leave the jacket and just the boots. Okay. You're able to put that away, and this guy you're talking to from Nakaro, he's getting impatient as he kind of goes, "Sir, if you want a hat, you can go look at the hats." I don't know how many times I can tell you.
Are there any more other hats than that?
That's it. Get out of the store.
Wait.
You hat trolls, always coming in here, bugging me about the hats.
This is okay. So this is when I'm done. I come up to the counter. I'm like, hey, sorry, sir. Listen, my buddy here.
I'm sick of him. You too. Get out of my store. I'm sick of people coming in here criticizing my hats.
Listen. He's not from here. Okay, just give him a chance. All right.
He kind of squints at you as you're actually right up, and I'm assuming you actually walked. You didn't walk up behind him. You came around the counter here. And he kind of
walked up behind him. What a Chad.
He kind of squints at you and goes, "Is something wrong with your eyes, friend?" He kind of squints.
Hey, that's none of your business.
What? Make me an infiltration check to blend in. He's gonna do a perception against you. That's gonna be, what would his be? Let's say for an average store clerk, I will give him a 5. Because he does usually have to check if people are stealing his stuff. One, two, three, four, 5. He crits.
God.
He turns to you and looks, and he goes, "What the fuck?" And he looks at you, and he goes, "Do you have cat? What the? Get out of here, you disgusting mongrel! Don't you know your manners?"
At this time, can we say I found a good sturdy pair of boots and I'm walking back up so I hear this?
Sure.
Dipper kind of leans on the counter and he says, "What did you just say to me, pig?"
You know,
He leans
Dipper,
forward and goes, I said, get your filthy mongrel hide out of my store! Have some fucking manners!
Dipper cuts him off and he puts his short sword to his throat.
And I put my sword to Dipper's throat.
And he kind of just stops there.
What the fuck?
And he goes,
Put the sword down.
And he's like just frozen there, paralyzed. You can see beads of sweat dripping down his chubby face.
I kind of scream. I scream for karma.
Dipper hesitates. He looks over at Uhtred, and he sheathes his sword and walks out of the store.
You see, as this commotion kind of draws attention, as Beatrice and Karma kind of run around the corner here to see what happened. They catch the tail end of it, and they see Dipper storming off. And you see this guy just paralyzed, he's just shaking. You can see this little tiny bead of blood on his neck where the sword point touched him.
And hand him
he kind of just
the boots and the money for the boots. At this point, I'm giving him like a bronze. I don't really care.
He's just paralyzed right now as he just literally looked death in the face. Somebody like just tried to slit his throat. He's just there.
What happened here?
Shaking. I like how Uhtred's in the table.
I know. I can't. I phase in the table. I don't know what's going on with it.
The worker insulted Dipper's.
Get out of my store! Get out! He shouts at all of you.
Sir, I'm
get out!
in
Guards!
my guard uniform.
And he starts calling for the guards. He looks at you and he goes, "Arrest that man! He just assaulted me!"
I'm going to.
Dipper starts running.
I need you to write your name down.
He's right there! He's getting away!
Sirius is gonna run after him.
He kind of just like face palms as Beatrice kind of runs up.
I'm gonna give him the money and take the boots and kind of hobble my way out of the
Can I chase after Dipper?
Sure. Karma, are you just standing there? Do you drop the clothes and run, or do you stay?
I still have the clothes in my hands, so I'm still trying to piece together what happens. Funakri, are you leaving as well?
Serious?
Oh, no.
No,
I'm under the world.
After him, but I didn't go. I'm still in the store.
You were the troll people.
Dipper sees Uhtred follow behind him, and he says, "Uhtred, I have that under control."
I'm gonna take my sword out and go, "Give me your weapons."
Absolutely fucking not.
I'm assuming there's other guards around because of how the city is.
Let's make a destiny roll. Let's make a destiny roll. Let's see if anybody's close. I want since you're the one who asked if there are guards around, Uhtred, would you please roll a d20?
Yes.
That's not good for you. So it does not appear, and by destiny rules, remember, the lower it is, and generally I believe it's 7 to 2 is considered a failure. So Uhtred, you look around and you go, guards, and you look around and you see people like kind of milling about, but you don't see any of your brethren around.
Oh, nice. Sirius is with me though.
Sirius is with you.
Sirius sort of understanding Uhtred's intents and that Dipper is seemingly doing illegal things.
He almost killed a man, so...
Yeah. Sirius is just gonna intimidate him by like lifting his cloak a bit and just showing his swords.
Uhtred, you know that I wouldn't have done anything to him. listen, nobody insults me.
I'm gonna like look at Dipper and go, "You were insulted that he said something about your eyes. I'm literally a
My
mudblood.
eyes?
Do you know what happens to me?
He called me disgusting. Uhtred, listen. I'm just... Dipper
I've
just
had
gives
worse.
up.
Before we finish
I've
this,
had
hold on,
worse.
wait, hold on. We're gonna get back to this because I want to know what the people inside, if they're coming out or if they're staying inside there.
Nox is gonna quietly sneak out the building.
Okay.
Trying not to associate himself with what just happened.
Karma and Finacrio, you guys are still inside the building, I'm assuming.
Yes, I am going to try and calm things down on the inside.
Okay, so after they just ran outside, this guy looks fucking furious. His face is red. There's beads of sweat. He's got a trickle of blood down his neck. He even wipes it, and he's got like this. He's like ah! As he like sees this like streak of blood across his hand. It's not a lot, but it's like as he pulls it across, like it like scares
It's
him.
like getting a gun pointed at you. So
And he's gonna go ahead and look to Beatrice, and he goes, that boy, he just tried to kill me. And Beatrice goes, what? That's horrible. Who? And she turns around and goes, that boy with the mask. He was walking around. He's a Lycan. And she goes, oh, well, so? And he goes, he was transformed. And she goes, well, okay. She kind of like turns, and you can see there's a conflict in her, as like, I don't know if any of you guys remember, but she was a member of the academy. She's a student, and she kind of turns back, and she goes.
She insulted me for not being able to read.
She thinks for a second, and goes, "Shall I go fetch the guards?" And he goes, "Of course, go fetch the guards." And she's gonna kind of nod her head and kind of step, and she goes, "Excuse me, Karma, I'm gonna be right back." And she's gonna, you can finish your sale with a Roger there. And she kind of like hurriedly like scampers out the door. He's standing there, just looking freaking furious.
I'm gonna try and chat him up a bit and see if I can't smooth things over with him.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, sir. That must have been very frightening.
Terrifying! He just tried to murder me! He drew blood!
Oh, would you perhaps like it if I, clean it up a bit? We would not want
that guy just tried
any
to kill me!
Sir! There are people every day who have very strange circumstances, and I think, working in a shop like this, you must have many things that happen to you.
Why are... He kind of looks to you and Finacrio. What are you even talking about? That man just tried to murder me, and you just stood there!
Sir, I was in back of shop. I had no idea what was going on.
That's it.
There are shelves here.
I'll deal with this myself. And he's gonna walk up away from you and begin to walk upstairs. And you lose sight of him.
So, does Beatrice exit out?
Huh?
Does Beatrice exit out and see us? Because we're like right in front of the store.
You see Beatrice kind of just standing there as she sees the three of you basically like in almost this like quick draw thing.
A Mexican standoff.
Yeah, you also have
my sword taken out.
Yeah, she kind of walks to the gate and like looks to the two of you here, and she kind of just stops and freezes, and she's gonna go ahead and go,
Beatrice, do you have rope in the store?
Son of a bitch. I'm putting my stuff on the shelf here, and I'm gonna walk outside.
Dipper walks up to Beatrice.
Will follow.
She's gonna back up. She's gonna back up from you, Dipper, and she's gonna
try to walk up. My sword's gonna be on your chest.
So hold on, everyone, stop. As Dipper, you approach her, she's gonna back up, and the second she does, you see her hands kind of flash, and you see this crystal grow out of her hand, and you see electricity arcing out of it, and she's like pointing it right at your fucking head, and she's like, "Stay away from me."
He puts his hands up.
He goes, "Stop."
No. Dipper puts his hands up and he says, "Look, I mean no harm. I wanted to apologize, okay?"
She looks terrified right now. You can tell she's a fish out of water. This is not something she expected to happen today.
I'll look at Beatrice and kind of try to calm her down. And we're like,
Yeah.
give me
Karma
rope.
runs over.
Where are Dipper's like weapons right now? Are they just
I'm
in
assuming they're
hand,
sheathed.
or-
I'm assuming they're sheathed.
I'm trying to ask Beatrice to just give me some rope, please.
She's standing there.
I've got rope.
She's looking freaked out. You guys are having a conversation around her, asking her for rope as she's like threatening this guy with a thunderbolt, and she's gonna slowly back up to the store, say, "Stay! Oh, wait, guards, help!" And she's gonna back up and run back to the store.
Not see the uniform.
Well, you were already in there, and you said you could do nothing.
Well, I got it. Knox, do you have rope?
She's gonna slam the door closed.
On me, actually.
Can you give me some rope, please?
Yeah, I tossed the grappling hook to Uhtred.
When
put your hands
when
behind
Beatrice,
your back.
Well, hold on. Let Dipper finish his sentence.
When Beatrice yells for the guards, Dipper says, "Oh shit!" and he just starts running. He just starts running down the street.
I'm going to assist Dipper to try and escape, because at this point I'm panicked.
We are going to use the chase mechanic in Cogent, okay? Hold on.
Is there a chase mechanic?
There is a chase mechanic.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I think we used this once before when Jake was chasing a guy on the rooftop.
We also used it when we ran away.
Actually, I'm gonna retract. I won't be chasing.
How to play gameplay fundamentals. I believe it is in. Is it? It's not combat, is it? Chases. Here we go. So at a close distance, the character engaged in a chase are relatively near each other. When on foot, these characters use the athletic skill to make chase rolls. Oh, the only thing is, Jake, I'm gonna have to give you a penalty for your foot. I just realized that.
You said I had a level 1 injury though.
Yeah, but I have to give you a bigger penalty because you can't run. Like, that's the whole point. Like, you have a minor injury to your foot, but this entire time you've limped around, you can't run.
My thing is also though, like, we're kind of surrounding him, so why couldn't we make like a grapple, like try to grapple first?
We can do, if you guys want. Here, let's see something first. We'll do, because this is kind of what the chase mechanic is for. 1 second. The players roll against each other using applicable skills, athletics, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's do this. So first, let's see if you guys are able to actually, like, let's see who's the fastest person here. So, I believe who is interacting here?
Me.
I am.
Okay. So let me drag people up. So, Dipper, Karma, Sirius is, Uhtred, I'm assuming you are. Funakru, are you doing anything here?
No, I'm gonna walk away in the opposite direction.
Nox, are you doing anything?
Oh no! Don't go to Yellow Belly.
What'd you say, Nox? I'm sorry.
I said, I'm thinking. Like, give me a second to think about it.
5, 4.
No.
He's not. Okay, applied turn order. Okay, who here has reflex?
Me.
I do.
Okay.
Oh jeez. Okay, so this is a good thing.
If you have reflex, please roll a d20. Ooh.
God damn it.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Do we have a tie?
I got an 18.
First one was an 18, yeah.
Oh, so okay. So then the order is going to be Karma. 1 second here. Karma goes first, then goes Uhtred, then goes Dipper, then goes Sirius. Okay. Apply turn order. So we will start with Karma. I'm assuming this isn't combat yet, right? Is that fair?
No, absolutely not.
So we're gonna say that we're gonna handle this just kind of narratively, where Karma, you get to do the first thing, whatever you want to do in terms of, like, this is gonna happen right away.
Excellent. Okay, I'm going to stand and, like, I'm going to put myself in between Uhtred and Sirius from getting to Dipper.
Okay, so you kind of shove him back, step in between him, and just impose yourself between everybody and Dipper, right? And do you say anything?
I'm going to be like, wait, please, let's talk about this.
Okay, so
I'm trying to.
So you're blocking Sirius and Uhtred. Okay, Dipper, you are turned around here. Okay, then it's Uhtred. Uhtred, Karma is blocking you and Sirius from getting close to Dipper. So she's putting she's basically, and you actually see him like starting to like kind of move backwards. You don't know he's running it. He hasn't sprinted yet, but you see that he's trying to move away.
Well, I think what I would do is I would for action, I would just try to go around Karma.
Okay, Karma specifically said she's trying to block you, though, so... And you're on crutches.
It's true.
And she did go first before you.
I would just be like, Dipper, you won't be able to run. Everyone will find you. I'm trying to make this... have the best outcome possible. You need to give me your weapons and come with me.
I'm not giving you my weapons.
You need to come with me, or else someone else will find you, and it will end a lot worse.
Can't we just go?
Would you guys? Let's make let's see how persuasive in the moment Uhtred is. Would you two? And you guys don't have to like base your decisions off of this, but if this, I want you. So Uhtred, make a persuasion check. I want to see how persuasive you are here. Like, if he trusts you, this might make this easier. Again, Anakin, you don't have to change this, but you might be like, oh, well, this is really good. Then you're like, maybe this is actually the smart thing to do. And actually, make me a perception check, too, Anakin. I want to see what your character is.
I'm not actually lying, though.
Okay, then make a deception check.
I said I'm not lying.
You're not lying. Okay, so then it would be a persuasion.
Oh, fuck.
So you get a 1... So you're pretty scared at this moment. You got a 2. So you think that so you believe that Uhtred is trying to do what's best for you, what he thinks is best for you.
As an act of trust, I'm going to sheath my sword.
Okay. You don't have to you can do whatever you want here, but at this moment you think that he might be, but you can do what you want. But you do see his point.
He sees him sheath his sword, and he turns around and he's about to start running, but he says, "Will you let me keep my weapons?"
Yes, but I'm going to give them back. But if the other guards find them, you will never see them again. You're going to be put on trial, and probably spend some time in jail.
Dipper.
You can ask Sirius. I used to be not such a good person. I've been in your shoes. I know what happens.
Real quick, I need Anakin, roll me a d20.
Anakin, oh my god.
You see Anakin as you stand there on the corner from behind Uhtred. You see what appear to be, you see that fat guy, the store clerk. He went out the building another way. With him, you see 3 guard members, and at the back, you see a guy in white armor, an Inquisition member. You see them way off, though.
Really quickly, tell Dipper, it is your decision. You have to choose now.
Immediately, Dipper gives Uhtred his weapons and makes it look like Uhtred already arrested
Well, just so you
him.
know, they are really far away. You can see them down the street. They're probably about half a football field's length away. They haven't seen you, but you see he's storming forward, pushing people through the crowds, and like leading these guards here. What would you like to do?
Okay, yeah.
Dipper, get naked!
Dipper, you have to choose. The Inquisition does not mess around.
Okay, I'm sorry, okay. And Dipper immediately takes off his he takes off the whole sheath of his short sword and he gives it to Uhtred.
Then I'm gonna ask for your daggers and I'm gonna give them to Nox so he can take them back.
Hey, man, listen, the dagger's gotta stay with me, alright?
Okay, they are 40 feet away,
and you're gonna take them. I'm giving them to Nox.
You see, as the guy, he actually peeks over the crowd. He notices, he goes, "That's him!" and he points.
Dipper gives him the dagger.
No, I'm gonna trade the daggers with Nox and take the rope and tie his hands behind his back.
Nox is gonna hide the daggers within his cloak.
Wait, hold on. Before you do that, Dipper gives his bag to Karma and he says, "Hey, listen, can you hold on to this for me?"
Yes, of course, anything.
You see and let me spawn the boys.
And it's like I have him apprehended at this point.
So these guards, so I said there were 3 guards, and then one of them was an Inquisition member.
And I'm gonna look at Dipper and go, "Don't say anything."
These guys approach, and he goes, "That's him," and he points at Dipper. "That's the boy! He stole!" Or no, he didn't steal, he didn't know that. "He threatened my life!" And
I have him there, and I have my sword kind of pointed at Dipper again, just like as another thing, even though I already have his hands tied behind his back.
The guards all kind of look, and they kind of step forward. You don't recognize any of the guards, as they're from a different sector in the town that usually don't patrol, but they kind of go, "Cadet, we see you have this under control."
Yes, sir. I was about to take him down to give a statement. I somewhat saw what happened, but at this point, it's word against word.
He kind of nods, and he looks back to the guy. He says, "You claim here that this boy threatened your life?" He goes, "Yes, he tried to stab me in the throat!" And he kind of turns back. Were any of you witnesses here?
I was inside the store, but I was towards the back. I only caught the tail end, and that man over there, he was very angry, very aggressive even towards me afterwards. In fact, I felt so threatened I left the store.
He kind of turns around, and he looks back at this guy, and he looks back, and he goes, "Anyone else?"
Unfortunately, I was looking at the shelves. I only started hearing commotion, and that's when I ran over.
The guy back here is gonna point and says, "The guard boy there, and him," and he points to Finocchio, who's over here.
Oh, I walked away.
Oh, you walked away. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm not there. I just walked the opposite direction.
What's the rank of the guardman talking?
He appears to be a sergeant, which he seems
Sergeant,
to be.
I was planning on taking him down to the barracks to give a statement, and then I would give mine to an impartial party as well down there. You know, with regulation.
He's gonna turn to Nox and go, "How about you? Did you see anything in there?"
I think he said he'd be right back.
Okay. I'm gonna assume that Nox is gonna not rat on anybody and say, "I didn't see nothing."
I didn't see nothing, pig.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can now.
Yeah, my internet has been cutting out repeatedly, like during the session. But only for a couple. What did I miss?
Basically, I think Dipper kind of turned himself over to Uhtred as the Inquisition guard, as 3 guards and an Inquisition
guards
member.
with the Inquisition.
Yeah, I got to that point, and then. Like,
basically, right now you're being asked by a guard, "Did you see anything in there?"
Oh.
Did you see what happened?
I'm gonna tell him, "No, sir, I didn't see anything that happened in there."
He kind of looks at you and looks around. He goes, "All right, what's your name, cadet?"
Storm.
Do you have this under control?
Yes, Sergeant, I do.
He
I have his hands down.
He looks down at your foot, and he goes, "Are you sure about that?"
It's a training accident. Yes, it was a training accident.
Make me a persuasion check.
Well, okay, hold on.
Because you don't look like you're capable of handling this right now. You literally look like you have an injury. I'm gonna say, Jake, hold on before you roll that. Let me assign a difficulty here.
Is there any way I can assist?
Sirius could probably assist by saying he'll accompany him.
He probably
with me.
could, but let me look here. So I'm gonna assign this as a difficult task. You are trying to convince a guard. You look injured. You have crutches. You're convinced that you have this guy apprehended. You do have him bound though. Who's assisting?
Is there anything that I can do to assist?
You look dejected.
Yeah, just
Look
if
Shep.
Uhtred fails, then I'll sort of step in and say that I'll help him out.
Okay,
He's an old friend.
I'll use a destiny point to turn my 3s into successes.
Okay.
I have one more.
We could probably just do that now, but...
That's what I said.
Or
I'm going to do that, but I'm waiting for a
you're
challenge.
doing that now, Sirius?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sirius, you step forward, what do you say?
Well, I can help him out to get him to the station as well.
Lord Roseblood, and it kind of like tips his hat to you, and the rest of the guys do. Everybody except the Inquisition guy, who just stands there like stilly in the background.
Yeah, I don't like the Inquisition.
Sirius just kind of smiles a bit, and he says, "This here cadet here is a close friend of mine, so I can help him out."
Well, are you armed, Lord Roseblood?
Well, it's pretty important for a noble to be armed, just in case.
Agreed. I'm surprised you're out here without your escort. But you say you can handle yourself?
Yes, I can. I've been practicing swordsmanship for a while now.
He kind of nods, and he looks around to the rest of you, and he goes, "Alright then, make your roll, Jake. I'm gonna take that down to level 3. 1, 2. Oh, thank God you spent that destiny point.
I know.
I was gonna have the Inquisition guy take you back to her.
I know.
He kind of nods, and he turns back to the guy here, who looks like he's calmed down now that people, like, you're actually being, like, taken away.
Does he make fun of him for the scratch?
And he kind of turns to this guy here, and he goes, "The cadet will take him down for processing, sir. I'll take your statement." And he kind of stops there and goes, "Well, yes, and also I'd like to, inside I have a worker named Beatrice. She would also like to give a statement, I'm sure, about this incident." He goes, "Very well, sir. Rogers, go in there." Or not Rogers, this guy's name is Roger. We'll say his name is, Simmons. Simmons, go in there. And he kind of nods his head, and him and this other guy, he kind of follows him in. This Inquisition guy is just standing there fucking stoically, just looking at the rest of you guys. He kind of looks like, if you guys look towards him, you can just see he's like gripping his like hand slowly, and you can just hear the sound of like leather and tightening as his gloves like grip and tighten around into fists, and he releases. And he kind of just looking back and forth at you guys. Ah! He incinerates everyone. Cone attack. Everyone make acrobatic saving throws. Everybody's fucking dead.
So I guess at this point, I will kind of grab Dipper and go, "Come on, we have to go get you to give a statement, and let's go." I'm not going to say anything weird because the Inquisition guy's there, but I'm going to kind of lead him, and I guess Sirius would come with, and we'll kind of head down to the station. And I guess Karma, I don't know, they can follow. They won't stop them, would they?
No, so you guys begin to, and who's leading him? Because like I don't know, can you tie the rope to your crutch?
I can tie the rope to my arm.
Okay, so you're holding it on.
I've used crutches before. I know what to do.
Are you taking me on a walk? Do you have me on a leash?
Oh yeah, Dipper.
So you guys are walking. Uhtred, are you taking him to the barracks?
We're gonna walk in the direction of the barracks.
Okay, so you guys begin to walk in the direction of the barracks. I believe on a map, if I look here, you guys are... let me check here. I think you guys are relatively close. That could have gone so much worse. So you guys are over here. You guys
I would say that Karma is gonna go look for Finocchio.
Yeah, Finocchio did just yeet himself out of that situation. But
narrator?
Yeah.
What is the likelihood that like if I don't take him to the barracks, like bad stuff will happen?
It's a big city.
Things happen every day.
Kind of associated with it, so
yeah.
That might put me in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. My name's associated with it.
There's another thing you could do. That would mean that it might look badly on you, though. But you could, like, your options are kind of like, as you guys walk, maybe get into a side alley. So maybe I should change the music. Maybe something a bit more serious. This is like Paragon Renegade in Mass Effect. So you can choose Uhtred, and maybe Sirius too, and of course, Dipper, you can actually go ahead and try to slip out if you wanted to and stuff, but
No, Dipper's fully cooperating.
oh, that's the wrong. Let's just do silence right now and just do the town.
If they have they gotten far enough to where he can like say something without
Yeah,
it
you
being
guys
suspicious?
rounded the corner.
He-
I'm assuming Karma kind of walked off. I'm assuming, let's just say for the sake of convenience, and actually it makes sense because there really is only one way to go up since you guys are in Guildsport, and I don't think Funakuro you'd walk into the water. You would probably so you guys all kind of head north. Karma comes with you. Nox, are you following? Poor Nox.
Oh, he went AFK.
Yeah. So I think
so he would probably follow.
I'm assuming that everyone is walking north and that Funakuro, you are ahead of them north. So you can say what you want. You guys are far enough away. You do see some people giving you kind of slight glances, but they see that you're a guard as you're kind of taking this guy who is his hands are wrapped in rope.
Dipper says, "Listen, I'm sorry about all that back there."
I want to take us to like kind of a side alley where we can talk and not have to walk at the same time to give us some time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to check the alley to see if there's anyone there. So,
you don't see anybody there. And actually, here, let me kind of. Do I have a little side alley thing here? I do have a little side alley thing. Hold on, guys.
Ooh, nice.
Hold on, I got you guys.
It'd be interesting to just build out an entire city in this.
Yeah, I mean, you really could. The only thing is, I'm going to try not to do that just because I have a feeling that, like, the bigger structures tend to lag other people's computers more. I know my computer can handle it, but I don't know if your guys' can.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that mine can.
Yeah, so, while that would be pretty freaking cool, it's probably not super realistic if I want everybody to be able to participate. Okay, so that should be everybody. Funakuro, we're going to say, just for the sake of simplicity, that you're over here right now. Maybe up the street. Yeah, and actually let me adjust the time of day a little bit, make it a little bit darker. Okay, apply.
We have to change the music, I think.
Yeah,
it's not happy and upbeat.
Oh, did I not change it? It should be gone.
No, I hear just people now.
Should be that's just town day. So there's still people walking around.
That's what I hear.
That should be appropriate because there's like again, like it's almost like kind of this after this kind of like really like intense event. People are still milling about, but you guys kind of step off in a side alley. Dipper, you're bound still. Uhtred, you're holding the rope. Go ahead.
What?
Dipper
what you thinking?
Sorry, like,
yeah, listen, he just. I don't like to let my anger get the best of me, but I can't have. Listen, I've lived my whole life with people treating me like I'm street trash, and I'm just so fucking sick of it.
I'm gonna kind of look at him and go, yeah, you think you're the only one? You're not special. You realize what you've done. Like, you're lucky that I'm glad you made this choice because that Inquisition guard probably would have killed you if you said anything to him. Just on the spot.
Dipper just remains silent.
But there's rules here. And we have to come up with something for you to say when you give your statement to kind of get this down to, like, nothing more than, like, a small issue. Because right now this guy's saying you tried to kill him. Anything else is going to put... Go ahead.
Like I told you, I never had the intent of killing him. It's just... I don't know. What would you do if he said something like that to you?
And actually, Uhtred, you kind of have a flashback. I think to when... yeah.
To when what? Because I'm trying to think when in the last game it happened. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I know the flashback.
Do you? Okay.
Look. Yes, I do. Look. I need to rotate myself. You can ask Sirius or Nox. This is new for me right here, like being in the guard. That's not what I used to do. I'm trying to think, narrator, as a cadet, would I have any kind of knowledge on how to like word this to get it down to like nothing more than I would just, not go back to the store?
It would very much depend on eyewitnesses, because again, like it's his word versus Dipper's at that point. So
that's what it is, because Beatrice didn't see it happen at all.
No, she didn't. And if nobody else here besides, you could also get Finocchio to say something, I guess, would be one thing to think about. But essentially, here are your options.
Well, he ran away, so he didn't see it at all.
Well, no, but Finocchio was there, and the guy saw it, because Finocchio was there when he pulled the knife on him. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, he was. And it was a short sword.
So, I guess here are your options. You could either let him go and say he got away. That would probably look badly on you and Sirius, but then
100%.
Dipper is kind of fully like hidden, and like he could change his clothes and not turn into a cat, and he would basically be able to get away with this one scot-free. There's really no way to tie him to that, besides maybe his weapons, which were distinctive, but as long as he didn't show those to anybody and nobody ever recognized it, then you'd be good. Or you could take him to the guards. You could try to word that in a way and maybe get Finocchio's help to basically say, like, hey, he drew a knife, but he kind of, like, didn't really, like, it was kind of a threat, and the guy maybe leaned into the knife, and it wasn't his intention to do that, and he's new to the city. You don't really know how well that would go, because you did draw a sword on him. So that's like pointing a gun at somebody. Like, you did, like, recognize the threat. That might not hold up to scrutiny. Or you could just turn him in and just hit him with the book.
I don't want to hit him with the book. I want to try to, like, finagle. I don't want the guards to hit him with the book. I want to try to, like, kind of finagle it.
It's going to be hard to finagle this, because he did objectively draw a knife. And
there really are no witnesses though, except for our friends.
Exactly, Finocchio. So you literally could, but again, like, that would mean, Jake, what I mean by finagling, you would have to lie to the guards and say that would be a lie. That would be a lie. And again, like, you'd have to lie in the moment, and then you'd come under scrutiny. It might be simple. It's probably going to look bad on you if you just let him go, but it's probably be easier to say, like, he just outsmarted us, and maybe some of his friends came, and you could even say it in a way that's not really lying. It's like, he slipped out of his bonds and he got away, and you could just leave it as that. And if he actually just slipped out of his bonds and walked away, you're not lying technically. I would maybe make you a roll, but that is true. It could be deceptive, but it's up there. Yeah.
Okay, Sirius is gonna, like, think about this in this alleyway or whatever, and he's gonna, like, look and see if there's, like, a market stall or something that, like, we can, like, sort of walk through and maybe, like, bump and make it look like that, like, Dipper got out of his bonds and, like, started running.
you guys could finagle this if you wanted to by letting him go.
If you want, I can help make it look more realistic. Let me punch you.
But again, you, like... what?
It would probably have to be something more severe than that, Karma.
But, okay, but you're indicting Karma now.
Look, a long time ago... go ahead.
Dipper's here. Everyone is just kind of thinking about what they're going to do. He looks at Uhtred and he says, Can I have my dagger back now?
The Nox does, but I'm not saying that to you, but I'm trying to think what I was going to say.
Choices.
It's always a choice. Damn it, Dipper.
Don't do it. Bad idea, Uhtred. Don't do it.
Listen.
Actually, I guess Sirius wouldn't really have any... Wouldn't really care about Dipper.
You can... Also, Dipper's
Yeah, the
Dipper's
only thing you know
dagger-
about him, Sirius, is that the only thing you know about him is that he was discriminated against, but then he drew a dagger on somebody. You don't know them that well.
I even really don't know him that well either.
You don't.
Dipper's dagger is wrapped with like a velvet cloth around the hilt. The handle.
Yeah, it's actually kind of this. If anybody wants to peek at it, it's kind of a work of art.
Knox has it.
I have it. I'm waiting for you to make a decision.
You can't have
Uhtred, how about this, Uhtred? I will play the angel on your shoulder and the devil.
Okay.
And you can just, I won't tell you which is which, okay?
Okay.
So one side of you, I'm not going to tell you which is which because they both make good arguments. One shoulder is telling you, hey, you know, this guy is literally me. I did so many things similar to this. I could have gotten busted for all this stuff. I was a dick to people. I threatened people all the time with knives stuff. Remember that kid on that fucking, like, the newspaper kid?
But then I got my knife stolen, so...
Yeah, but, like, had the guards taken you in, because you did threaten him with a knife. You're literally, you one side of your shoulder is saying, I see a lot of this in me. If I turn him in, then I'm basically I'm basically saying like, oh, good thing I didn't get turned in, but this guy, like, he's gonna get fucked. Or actually maybe it's more like I see a lot of him in me, and that I was in a similar circumstance. And you could also argue that maybe putting him into the system might make him like lead to like bigger threats, because that was assault with a deadly weapon. So that's one side of you. Now the other side of you is probably something about like, and actually I would also preface that side on the left, or whatever, that shoulder, the one that talked before, that might be saying something like, look, like, he's not a bad guy, he just made a stupid mistake, he shouldn't pay for this with like a serious punishment, it was just a mistake. As the other shoulder is going, you know, he did break the law, he threatened that guy's life, I'm a guard now, I should hold myself to a higher standard. I should do what Captain Royce would want. Though then again, I would also point out that, you know, you still have been doing shady shit under the table with Nox, so you haven't been living up to it.
That was once.
So you're as you're going through these conflicts in your mind, Uhtred, what do you want to do?
Hold on.
We could stop it here, and I could let you think. We can stop the episode here. I'd intended for a lot more to get done this session.
No, I think what we're going to have to do... Well, because I also got to think, like, if we kind of let him go, that's also going to be on Sirius, too, and it's going to make him look bad.
Possibly.
As well as me.
Though it's a blunder, because a blunder, and maybe if you came up with a good enough excuse, you could make it look like, oh, like his friends came and like tried to like rob us, and they were masked too, or something like that. But
that would still be a lie.
That would still be a lie.
Well, that's why I'm saying, let me help you make it look realistic. Let me beat the shit out of you.
I'm pretty sure it'd have to be like, I have to get stabbed.
Quick, kind of unrelated question. Did Uhtred ever get his boots?
Yeah, I paid for them and took them with me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I left them a bronze, which is probably way more than they're worth.
Oh, it's so much more.
But I did get my boots.
Yeah. So you kind of have a decision here to make.
I know. And like, I really don't want to like fuck a new player over his character, and I also don't really want to fuck my character over though. So I'm really like torn here.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, think about this. Don't think about what you would do, what's the most optimal for your characters or anything. Think about if Uhtred is in this situation.
What my character would do.
Well, Uhtred's in this situation. Given Uhtred's background, given Uhtred's experiences, what would he do?
Given everything that's happened, given the big climatic ending to last game, I would say he'd probably take him to the guard, because all I know from Dipper is like He's shady. I've spent half a day with him, and he asked me to help him rob people.
Dipper says, "Listen, I know you're a cadet, but please, whatever you do, don't turn me in. I promise you, I can prove to you that I'm better than this. It was just a single mistake, and I promise that it won't ever happen again. I was stupid, okay?"
I know, but as someone once told me, there's always a choice. And we pay for the choices we make. So we have to continue, and you have to go talk to some people. And that's what I'm doing. Now I'm taking them to the barracks.
Wait.
Sorry,
I'm not gonna get locked up, am I?
No, Dipper, we will make sure that I will give them money, and I will make sure you don't stay there very long.
If you play your words right, you shouldn't have to stay there too long. So then we proceed to the barracks.
Okay, you begin taking Dipper towards the barracks.
I also think I would also be there because I at least Finocchio would assume that he would have got caught. So I think I would have just head towards the barracks since I have the lead.
We'll say you intercept them. Yeah. So as you guys are walking, Dipper head hung low, Uhtred as you bring him through the streets.
Painful. Why?
You bring him through the streets. Actually, Dipper, you pulled down your mask, right?
No, I keep my mask on.
Dipper, you can feel as your face. Yeah, you can feel as your face shifts and breaks and resets into its original form. As you kind of see that Dipper kind of shudders and has to stop for a second as his body breaks and realigns itself.
Can I actually roll to continue the thing?
Sure.
The polycraft.
You got to make another level 2 check.
Actually, no. I'm just gonna.
Doesn't that mean it's like 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, well, we're going to say that it took a bit, because you guys woke up at 8, but then you went down, you talked. We'll say it's a little bit past noon. Because you guys have been
the sun is down?
The sun isn't down. It's more of the alley. I was trying to show, the sun, bouncing off it.
I get it.
But yeah, you guys walk the streets, and ahead of you guys, you see Finocchio. Finocchio, you can see your friend Dipper bound up as they kind of lead him through the streets.
Can I, never mind.
Oh, do it.
Yeah, do it.
That's fine.
Just do it.
Yeah.
No.
You've defeated him, Uhtred. You broke him.
Fight.
No
He
peer
suddenly grows
pressure.
vampire teeth and bites me.
No. Helena part 2.
Uhtred, you round the corner, and off in the distance, down the street, past many people, you can see the guard barracks. Standing in your way, you see a shocked Finocchio onlooking you approaching with Dipper bound.
I won't say anything to Finocchio if he doesn't say anything to me.
Uhtred, please. Listen, I'm begging. Please don't do this to me.
I'm not saying anything.
Sorry, it's my job. I swore an oath, and I know where you're coming from. I used to live on the streets. I don't have a family.
He kind of scoffs and says, hell you know where I'm coming from.
My family was murdered in front of me, and I lived on the streets for years. So...
Dipper starts laughing.
That's pretty matter of fact, Jake. God. way to go into. It's my family was murdered. Okay.
I'm just kidding. Dipper doesn't laugh.
I didn't say that. No, I'm just I lived on the streets. I know where you're coming from.
Okay. Jake, you are a football field's length away from the guards barrack.
Yep, I'm committed now. I can't be a bitch and turn away.
Uhtred, it's not too late to make the right decision.
75 yards away.
But I want to say, but it is too late for you to take back your actions unless you gotta do this yourself. As I keep going.
50
He
yards
says,
away.
Is Nox still with us?
Yes.
I'm not stopping.
Dipper looks over to Nox, and he actually pulls his face cover up, but his mask is still on, so Nox can see his eyes. And Dipper says, "Please, please, protect that dagger with your life." And then he flips his mask back down.
25 yards away.
As Uhtred is still leading, he's kind of just remembering Commander Royce doing this to Helena, and just like feels kind of saddened, even though he doesn't really know him. But it's like kind of like he's arresting himself.
Yeah,
So
you are.
He's continuing though.
Dipper starts quietly sobbing.
Nox is gonna put the dagger deeper into his cloak.
Okay, at this, you guys come up and you see the guards that are standing outside. The guards notice you, and they go, "Storm, who you got there?"
Someone made some trouble at the Thimble and Needle. He needs to come in, give a statement, and I guess sergeants and stuff will take it from there.
Were you there too, Storm?
I was.
Okay. Process him, and you see one of the other guards step forward and take. You feel like the strength of these fucking guards, as like they're trained. They're Red Legion. They're trained to like, they're warriors, and they grab the back of kind of the scruff of your shirt, Dipper, and kind of haul you inside. And the other guard kind of stands there and says, "Come on, Storm." And he kind of looks around at the rest of you. What are the rest of you looking at?
Oh, sir, I am witness.
Oh, are you? Come on in then. We'll get your statement.
I'm too happy to hear that.
Is Uhtred still outside?
No, I
You're
got
coming
led
inside.
away.
And with that,
Okay.
we're gonna go ahead and end the session. Thanks.
Boy, that was fun.
Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in next time to know what happens to Dipper and the Festival of Sacrifice. Peace, y'all.